Many people love to doubt. Well, maybe they don't love to doubt, but they seem to enjoy finding excuses so they do not have to work on something. They take on a modified Keynesian outlook. Well, I'm not going to do that because, in the long run, we're all dead. They focus on the things that we humans can't control, rather than those that they can. They consequently restrict their potential for growth and success. What is success? Simply put it is achieving goals, whether they be personal or for someone else. Goals are made for action. Action implies control. However, the uncontrollable may appear to affect a goal at the same time that someone decides to take that action. In other words, people are able to notice either controllable or uncontrollable factors in any decision. Their results are determined by which ones they choose to focus on. It's always easy to dwell on uncontrollable circumstances as an excuse. For example, some people say that they're simply unlucky, or that they just need to wait for luck rather than take action. To that point, luck, assuming if it's even a real concept, is completely uncontrollable. Why on earth would someone use that as their reason for not doing something? There's absolutely no guarantee that luck will find someone without effort. It's why many successful people say luck favors the prepared, stemming from Louis Pasteur's famous quote, "A man known for taking tremendous action in inventing a process to reduce the amount of germs in food, not one who sat around waiting for the uncontrollable aspects of life to guide him to the answer. He strove for knowledge and innovated." That's something we can clearly control, knowledge. As humans, we have the gift of knowledge and memory. We can always add more. Taking action to find and create knowledge is critical. That's why we spend nearly 20 years of our lives in school. Knowledge is controllable, utile, and versatile when put towards a goal. We study those before us so we can be better prepared for the future. Knowledge is an actionable and thus controllable aspect of humanity. It can always be expanded. It is always relevant. On the contrary, it's important not to get too caught up in the past. That is just what it is, the past. It's not the present, and certainly not the future. It has already happened. Though, as John F. Kennedy would remark, history is a relentless master. It has no present, only the past rushing into the future. To try and hold fast is to be swept aside. He would encourage us to press forward with time, not reminisce in the past and its knowledge. We can use the past, but we cannot stay in it. The past is a useful reference for taking action, though it is not the end of it. If it was, humanity would never progress. But when looking to the past, it's equally important to sort the seemingly uncontrollable from the controllable. It may be very easy to say, well, that person had it easy. I wasn't handed that same opportunity and never will be. As true as that might be, acknowledging defeat is, in itself, self-defeating. If instead of acknowledging defeat, we ask how someone achieved something, the key to success may seem that much more obtainable. No longer is the focus on that same thing being impossible or the circumstances being cripplingly different. The focus now lies on finding a way to make it happen. Look to the greats for guidance in getting started. Ford, Edison, Tesla, Einstein, Carnegie, the aforementioned Pasteur, Gates, Jobs, Walton, and countless others all took the same general path. They all took obtainable knowledge, expanded it via relentless action by controllable means, and were able to leave a stamp on humanity that will never be erased, paving the way for future generations to build up even higher. None of them said that they could not achieve their goal, and certainly none of them looked to the uncontrollable for advice. Those before us, at least those who have been most successful, have clearly shown us that it is most advantageous to focus on the controllable aspects of life. Action does not lie, the uncontrollable might. That is why it is best to not wonder if something will happen, but rather find a way to make it happen. It is useless to doubt. It is even more useless to point to the uncontrollable for being a reason for that particular doubt. But what if I get a disease? But what if I get hit by a car? But what if the government changes something? But what if, but what if, but what if? There's an endless amount of reasons that someone can find to avoid taking action, just as there's an endless amount of potential for taking that same action. Never let up.